This is Charting Crypto for June the 7th. Doing it a little early for you this week. Why? Well, we've got our live Q&A on Wednesday, and I tell you, between the live Q&A, which takes a lot out of me, and then doing the daily show, then trying to do Charting Crypto on top of that, it's just too much for me. I got to do my own trading too and other stuff, and it is just hard to try to knock it all out in one day, so I'm going to do Charting Crypto a day early. What do we see here on this first chart? This is the Bitwise Top 10 Crypto Index Fund, and we just see things sort of trekking down well below the 200 EMA. That's the half-day chart. Look at the 2-day. Again, you can see where things just steeply dropped off, slid sideways for 4 days, and then dropped off again. Again, lots and lots of downward pressure as we continue to keep an eye on the crypto markets. Remember, this fund, the Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund, is a collection of the prices weighted based on the size of the cryptocurrency. Of course, Bitcoin outweighing all of the others by a large exponential number, but nonetheless, we just see that downward pressure that is on the market. And of course, we check out the weekly, same kind of thing. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for the bleeding to stop. I'm not looking at any jumping into any of this stuff until, of course, the bleeding stops. Now, I seem to hear the crypto advocates all the time about buying on the dip. Well, I'm all for buying on a dip as long as the dip is at the bottom. I don't want to buy here at 30 and then see it trek on down to 15. I mean, bad call right there. That's why we spend all of our time learning to read charts. That's what makes it so important to do this. And of course, we look at things like the Crypto Innovator Fund. It, of course, getting hammered there. We look at the one that is what I like to trade. People say, Tom, why do you keep talking about this VanEck ETF Trust Bitcoin strategy? Well, because it is a short future fund that tracks the price of Bitcoin pretty closely. Again, it only trades during the day. It's not a 24-hour trader. It trades from 9:30 to 4 when the stock market is open, and it acts like a stock. It's liquid. You can buy it. You can sell it. It's great. And when Bitcoin turns around and starts moving up, in fact, I've bought it in the past several times. I will look to buy it and sell it again, but I'm damn sure not riding Bitcoin down. Maybe there are people that think that's the thing to do. I guess you could feel that about Tesla. You could feel that about Microsoft. You could feel that about Apple, about any stock or company you loved. I don't love any of them. I'm in this to make money. I hope you're in it to learn how to make money. You're doing successful practice trading, maybe a little bit of fractional trading, put a small amount of money in. And the nice thing about XBTF is that you are able to, for $30, you can get a little share there. And you can see how good you are with Bitcoin. But we don't buy things when they are crashing or when they're trying to potentially recover. There is nothing about a chart that tells you you need to be getting into this quagmire as things slide sideways, trying to figure out if they're going to break up or break down. The pressure is down. And of course, you look at other cryptocurrencies. I mean, they can, of course, flux. You look at something like Link. You can see where it popped up. And again, this is on the 24-hour chart, popping up for the day 9.44%. Of course, as you look through things here, you can see the 2 days up. You can see the weekly is still down. Has it reached a bottom yet? Well, my friends, as I encourage you to do over and over again, if you want to learn about any of these particular cryptocurrencies, you've got to get yourself in there. You have to start paying attention to the charts. You have to see how you can use the success multiplier formula, how you can set up the ATR to help you deal with volatility and see if any of those potential trades make any sense at all, or if it is a completely untrackable thing. Now, we have found in the past that Bitcoin and Ethereum are trackable. And in fact, we've tracked them as they have crashed and stayed out of them. I did some trades when Bitcoin was bouncing up and did fine in that. But when it rolled over hard on the weekly chart, I stepped out and ran away. But of course, you've got all sorts of things you can look at. You can look at Litecoin. You can look at XRP. Again, you can also look at these various crypto-related ETFs, such as the Innovator Transaction and Processor. That is the First Trust Index Innovator Fund. You can look at something like BLCN, that is the Siren NASDAQ Next Generation Economy ETF. Again, heavy investments in cryptocurrency, crypto processing, crypto-related businesses. And again, you can see where all of these have been taking a hard hit. First Trust Skybridge Crypto Industry and Digital Economy ETF. You've got all of these things set up and poised to help you capture various segments of the crypto market or individual cryptos themselves, whether you're going to an exchange or you're looking like these ETFs that give you the ability to jump into various aspects of crypto business, cryptocurrency, and of course with XBTF and the other two Bitcoin futures, you can jump into Bitcoin. But I'm not catching a falling knife. I'm not jumping into these things while they are crashing. And as they crash, we will let them crash, and we will stand by and wait for this to sort itself out, and then for this industry to recover, if indeed it does, which I've been around long enough and watched Bitcoin and seen it written off several times. I'm not in it now. I'm not one of these people that cares one way or another. My job is to chart the markets and make money on assets, on equities, on bonds, on commodities, whatever it is that's going up. If I'm buying wheat, if I'm buying coffee, if I'm buying gold, if I'm buying the S&P 500, if I'm buying the NASDAQ 100, if I'm buying 20-year bonds, if I'm buying the inverse fund on bonds, I don't really care. I want something I can track and I can make money on. That's it. That's all I care about. Can I chart it? And can I realistically jump in and get a decent gain before it turns to the opposite direction on me? That's all I care about. That's all you should care about. That's what you should be practicing every day. Finding things that move, that are trackable, and that you can be successful with. I don't really care what it is. If it was rubber tires, I wouldn't mind. If it's piles of dirt, I don't care. If it's just raw honey, I could care less. I want what's going to move, that I can track, that I can prove to myself can be done day in and day out. That's what it's all about. Sure appreciate you guys being with us. Of course, if you want to support the work we do at the channel, please become a Bitcoin supporter. Please become a Patreon supporter. And if you want to give us Bitcoins, that's fine too. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.